screens flicker. Fletch is live, a quick picker. Laughs and chaos in the air. By the beard you'll find in there. Pixel worlds and wild schemes crashing through your wildest dreams. By the beard of Fletch we ride through the streams where leaves collide. Click that follow, don't think twice. Here's the compass, gaming's the spice. Cats on fire, jokes are flying. Bosses fall and pixels crying. No control of Fletch will win. By the beard, let games begin. Through the pixels, through the code, Fletch will light the overload. By the beard of Fletch we ride through the streams where beams collide. Click that follow, don't think twice. Here's the compass, gaming's the spice.
Hello, how you doing? Good morning.
Through the pixels, through the code, Fletch will light the overload. By the beard of Fletch we ride through the streams where beams
Stream
collide.
Deck.
Click that follow, don't
Something's
think
not working.
twice.
As always. Why would it work?
Gaming's the spice.
A good morning. How we doing, folks? Are we well? Welcome along to the stream. Trying to get a button to work, right? And it's not. It's just not working. Well, anyway, it's Sunday morning. You know what that means. We're here for a little bit of AI Labs. Sundays mornings are AI Lab streams. We do about an hour and a half to 2 hours of what I call AI Labs. It's been going for about 6 weeks now. Basically, hey, how are you getting on, Packet? Thanks very much for dropping in. Basically what we do, right, or what I do, is you as a community give me ideas and I build them. We learn together what this whole AI thing is about, and we try to get better at it together. I've built lots of different tools over the last 6 weeks. We're on a build right now for a kind of RSS feed ingestion website. So we'll get to that. We'll have a look at it, and yeah, we'll just go from there. And then I'm probably going to put up a few more. Oh god, that is so bright. Is that a bit better? It's probably because the window behind me. What I'll do as well is I'll probably end up putting up a few of the tools in Discord or something like that as well. Probably make a few songs and stuff like that as well, like so that we have an ongoing, like it doesn't just need to be empty sound and me talking the whole time. This is the website or the page in its current format. Let me just unplug this headphone here because it's getting on my tits. Well, we're in Ireland over here. I'm going to call you Pachika. Is that how I say your name? Not sure. Thanks for dropping in. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube on vertical mode, you can actually hold down the screen and you can give the old stream a thumbs up. That will help me generously. Just like that. Oh, okay. So, where were we? this is where we are currently. What is the stack? The stack currently is let me just get my notepad up here so we can have a look, right? So the stack currently looks like something like this, right? So basically the stack is, and when we talk about stack, right, like for anyone who's not familiar with the term, and I wasn't familiar with the term until I started this whole thing, so don't worry if you don't know, because we're here to learn together and build some cool shit. And I'll show you some of the cool shit that I've built as well. Right. So the stack currently for this site right now in front of us is, firstly, you make an RSS feed. You can go to any website to do that. So you like Steam or whatever. So if I went to Steam right now, for example, and we can look for the community, and then you can just find an RSS feed in here somewhere. I guess I can't remember where I found mine. I think it was in groups maybe or something like that. Let me figure out where I figured this. I might make a group in here as well. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Discussions, forums, servers, chat support. I'm just going to go Steam I'm going to Google it actually. Steam RSS. Yeah, look, Steam RSS. Oh, that's an RSS feed apparently. That's for news. It's for the Tech Radar community. Let's go here. Yeah, so here's some RSS feeds here. Look, that you can pick up on Steam. Humble Bundle, right? Humble Bundle blog RSS, right? So what I would do here is I would grab this. It's just the web address. That's all it is, right? I'd go to my site. I'm going to go add and submit a new RSS feed, and I'm going to go add feed. Oi, how are we getting on? And then bon dia. ¿Cómo estás? Is ¿Cómo estás? No. And then what happens is basically it comes in here. That's it. I can refresh this. And all of them new discounts will come in here. So we can actually filter by the source eventually, and it'll come in here. So the stack, as I was saying, I got distracted. Sorry. So the stack is RSS feed. Then it goes and you ingest it, and it goes to a Google Sheet. These are all free, by the way, right? So Google Sheet, and then Google App Script. So you got an app script running in the background. And that's free as well. It's as part of the Google Suite. You can get it for free as well. South Brazil, nice one. Welcome into the stream. Thanks very much. Hope you're doing well today. And then from the app script, it goes to the site here. So web page. I'm just going to call it web page. Right. That's it. That's the stack, as we call it, right? So that's the stack. There's nothing really else to it other than that. How did I find out about how to get it from the RSS feed to turn into something like this? Because if you actually go, right, this is what an RSS feed generally looks like. There are different apps and sites and stuff like that, like Feedly, Feedly, isn't it? Feedly? That you'd have to sign up to, get an account, blah, 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 newsreader, and it gives you, all in a nice little format and stuff like that. But this is like log in, you know what I mean? And then you like it's probably got a list of all the different RSSs that you can actually add to your own feed. So how did I come up with the idea, right? Basically, I have every Sunday, I have a site of my own that I published on GitHub, and it's built from AI, right? It's built from AI. It's weekly. It updates on a Sunday. It's an agent that searches all the latest deals from 2 years plus of analytics on Steam, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, you name it, whatever other platforms I've tried, right? And basically, it's taken all of those analysis. Well, So I've been told anyway, right? This is what AI has told me it's done. It's taken all of that analysis and I've asked it. I've said, "Hey, I'm sick of getting weekly or daily emails or spam. We all get them, right? And I'm just sick of it. I just want to curate my own game suggestions that I want to actually play. So every week, this updates. It'll give me the best prices under 20 quid. I don't want to spend any more than 20 quid. It'll give me games that I've enjoyed, the community's engaged with, as in liked or stayed and chatted with, engaged with, anything like that. And basically from there, it's given me a list of games under 20 quid, given me the sites for that. I get it delivered to me in a JSON file, what's called, and I didn't know what a JSON file even was this, before I started this, right? So here's my GitHub, right, at the moment. So this is GitHub at this moment in time, or my GitHub anyway. Right. So if I go to stream rosters over here and go data, you can see all the lists, right? And this is my last list for last week, right? These are all the games from last week that got suggested to me that landed up posted in here, right? All I have to do is make it the same format as this with this week's date, right? So if I go back to rosters, and then we can do this right now. I can create a new file. I can go 2025 10, and then what's today's date? It's the 12th, right? 12th of October today. Can't you believe it's the 12th of October already? My God. Right, so go back in here, and I just pick up all of these, and I pop it in the file. Oh, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to. Cancel that. Ooh. Let's try that again. Upload. Oh, not upload. Create. All right, so 2025, 10. As you can see, I'm not overly familiar with the process just yet. Enter your commands there. Right, so there's the file. I know for a fact it doesn't start like that, so I'm going to put this up here. I think it goes like that, actually. We'll go back to GitHub. Hold on. Go back to the last file, right? Because if I go back, I don't need that open for a minute. If I go back to the previous file, look, see, it starts with these little bios over here, look. So I have to start it like that. And it has to end like this, right? So if I just go back, so it started like that, which is fine, but it's ending like that for some reason. So I'll have to change that. And then you can see it's got the link here to the website as well. You can see the price, etc., etc., etc. So I think that looks. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't look. You see, this is wrong here. Look, you see this line here should be up here. These little what do you call them? Inverted commas. They should definitely be up there. This is something I've learned over the last couple of weeks. You can see it. So I'm gonna just get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. We don't. What else do we not need? Oh, I'm going to open up a different GitHub site, aren't I? Up my previous week, right? So we can see, you just copy exactly. Eventually, this is why I don't trust AI, right? Because you say, give me it in this format, and then it doesn't give you it in the format that you've asked for, right? So this is how it should look, right? Every game should be kind of like this here with a little comma at the end, and then it starts again. So we start off with one of these, then we got one of them. So if I just actually, what we'll do is we'll open this up on a double window. I love this new feature that they brought out, right? So on the right, we've got last week's. On the left, you can see we've got this week's. And already we can see some major differences, right? Title. Where's the night? Got Alan awake. Schedule. What's schedule? Where's schedule's not even over here? Look, schedule's not even part of this. So I'm going to take that out. because it doesn't belong there. We got comma, Sunday, Alan awake, night, Sunday, title. We got 2 titles here. That's why. We don't need this. So we got title. Good. Hey Gubbers, how you doing? And we got solo, then we got 12.99, we got comma. They're all in inverted commas, that's fine. And then that one's fine. And then it moves on, comma, and then it opens up again. Okay, good. Title, Sunday, type, blah. Good. Okay, that looks fine. This looks fine. This does not look fine here. Something's happened here between these two. Look. This is the wrong thing. So I need to remove that. I need to put that comma up there. Then I need to go space, and I need to put one of these boyos in. Like that. Or maybe that is right. I don't really know because it says bench there. Anyway, we have to still fix this. So that has to come up here. That has to come up here. This is why I want to build my own kind of curated list, because I don't really want to do this. I don't understand why sometimes you give it. This isn't right. Look, you can see it's clearly not the same. Like, different colors, and this is not ready. So I'm going to do this. Look, I'm just going to go. I'm going to ask AI. I'm going to say to GPT, this is my prompt, right? This is not a copy pastable JSON for GitHub. The reason I've not got any, by the way, the reason I've not got any background music on is because I've been copyrighted a few times for lo-fi. So we're gonna create my own playlist as well. Tell me if that's too loud for you folks, and then I can turn it down if needed. Alright, so that's not a copy-pastable prompt for GitHub. Oh, that was the wrong one, so I need to actually take that out. Do that over here. This belongs on this one. Ask it, pop it in there, and then press go. So the point is to get it to this, is to just paste it straight in and do it. I would prefer that, you know, GPT done this for me, and then every Sunday I just get a brand new site, right? But that's not the way it's been working, so that's why I want to move away from this towards this, which I think is going to be better. I think it's going to be better, but I don't know. So let me go to my sheet here for my my database. Right, you can see that I've entered a new. I don't even think. Yeah, look. So these are all the games that's on there. Deals. You can see that I entered a new game. I entered a new game earlier, but it didn't actually get in. So we have to fix that. There are a couple of things we have to do. That's all. Not too much. Just a few things. The goal of today's stream will be to fix this, so that when I actually submit a new RSS feed, it will get ingested, it will land over here, and I'll see a load of new games. For some reason, this hasn't updated, and don't know why. I'm going to go to my app script as well. So we'll get all of this stuff open, app script, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. There's my RSS feeder app script. You can see it there. And I'm going to run the I don't know which one it is set up. There's two set up initial feeds there. I was going to run it automatically, but I don't know which one it is. It's set to run every 4 hours. Look, this doesn't work. Click get sheet by name for some reason. Can't read properties of the name. Get deals from sheet. Publish. Cannot read the sheet. So there's quite a few things to fix, right? So let's start with the GPT whenever it decides it wants to load. That's the first thing we have to fix. Yeah, we'll pop this over here for now. That's just me live streaming. Got Gemini. This is prompt that I've built for Gemini basically. It's where I get all my titles and description. Then I pop it into Canva, make sure that it's all looking good. I've started documenting all of my prompts for any thumbnail that I generate. And then I can just ask Notebook LM to get rid of that. So we can get rid of that just now. We don't need to open. We can get rid of this. We don't need to open. Get rid of that. We don't need to open. Twitch, we need to open. So we'll pop that over there. TikTok is over there. So we're streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. YouTube is on vertical and landscape. Fucking hell, GPT is taking ages to update, and then you can see there's an image generator that I was messing with as well. We don't need that open. These are my sites. That's the RSS. That's the website we're trying to fix currently, and then this is the stack. So we've got the database, Google Sheets, the RSS feeder, and then that should go straight over. So that's the kind of, if you think about it, linearly is the word, right? So let's go over here. Oh my god, GPT's taking ages. What the hell? I probably will need to reopen Gemini as well. I'll just do that over here. Looks like GPT doesn't want to play ball today. I wonder what's going on. Let's try. I don't know anything about coding or anything like that. That's the point of the stream as well. Is to kind of learn together. If I go back over here, everything looks fine. I've been recommended Alan Awake before. I haven't been recommended Doom before. Black Messiah before. Metro 2023 before. I haven't been recommended. So what is different about this? If I copy that straight over here, what is different about that versus that? I do not see the difference. Every other game doesn't need one of them, so that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I don't... Is it because they're not all... No, it's not that. I was thinking it's because a lot of them don't have the bunny ears. But I don't know why it's not... Oh, look, this is refreshed. Well, it's not refreshed. Oh, there it is. Refreshed. Okay, so here's the difference. I don't know what the difference is. Look, if we look at it, this is the... So we start, do that. We've got title Alan Awake. We've got that, right? So that's the first one. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete what's in there right now. right? And we're just going to copy it in one by one. Copy. And we're just going to pop that into GitHub. Still doesn't look right though. Is it because this is published and this is not? Maybe. Maybe if I commit changes and then commit. Maybe it's because of that. So once we've done that, we go to, I think it's actions. Yeah, look, you can see it building the page there. And then once it's built the page, now we can get rid of this because we don't need it anymore because GitHub is building the page. I wonder what the difference was. I think it's because this is published and we were in edit mode. So if I go into edit mode, no, it's all in blue. Interestingly, which is weird. Cancel that. Go to the site. Oh, back. Maybe we have to give it a minute. If you press Control F5, that usually clears your cache. Clears, it's like a hard clear. So 2025 is not found. 10, 12, 2025 is not found. It looks good because it's got all the ticks. Tick, tick, tick. If it wasn't working properly, it wouldn't have all the ticks. Maybe we just need to give it a minute. Usually I check on my phone. This is the index or the JS. So like that's how the cards work on this page whenever it decides it wants to load. You can open up this and then just figure out why it's not loading maybe. It looks fine. I think it looks fine. Close that. Stream rosters. Back into data. Rosters. And then... Oh, do you know what it is? That's what it is. Okay, so basically in the name, I forgot .json. That's it. That's all it is. So it's looking for a name that doesn't exist. There, look, you see how they're the exact same now? That's why. There you go. That was it. That's all it was. Silly little bit of syntax. All a learning curve. I'm a non-coder who coded a non-codey site, basically. So just wait for the page to rebuild. We'll get over there. I'll show you what it looks like then. We'll check the links all work. Blah, 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 blah. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, Alan Awake has suggested $12.99 on Steam. Let's make sure it's the right link. I like to make sure because sometimes this little code here, it doesn't match the actual game when you go to Steam. No, it does this time. That's good. Is it the right price? Yes, it is. Now, the thing about it is, if you go to anydeal.com, and this is where I got the idea, basically, because my brother-in-law and I was saying, oh, it's the cheapest game, and then he was like, maybe it's not, Dave. You should just check that out. So any game? Oh no, sorry. Is there any deal? Is there any deal.com is the one, right? And then if you put in Alan Awake, maybe ALANAWAE Awake, we can see that right now on Epic it's 42. So we've got it on Steam at $12.99. Is Steam here? Well, we can see it on Windows here with the extras. Extra Collector's Edition for $9.99. So it didn't find me the cheapest price. bonus materials, 0 control and Alan Awake for 60 quid. I don't even see Steam's here, do I? Oh, there's Steam there, look. Win Game Store is coming from. So, wait, is this store? What if I click this? 11.99 over here. What's this one? No, I will not be giving you my date of birth. Thank you. 12.49 is the cheapest one anyway. So got it on GOG. Steam is even 12.99 there. Look, yeah, same page, 12.99. So that's not bad, but it's not the cheapest price. The point of the thing is to get it for the cheapest. Oh, that's France, Germany. So 12.49 is the cheaper one. But then we can go over here and get it for 149, 199 even. Look, I don't know, is this like a legitimate site? Though that's the thing. So that's the point of the RSS feeds basically, is to take out this whole I don't know, misunderstanding, grey sites. There, look, you see it's all up. Look, that's how the site looks when it's published, right? Why is that looking like that? Oh, that's why. Okay. So that's what we have. Basically, that's where it's coming from. So the GPT is working. Just I'm an idiot. That's all. The evil within. So then what I do from here is we can actually review them together. What is this? There's some games here. Black Mesa. I've never even heard of that. Black Mesa. Let's have a look at the trailer. What kind of type of game is it? Definitive Edition. A couple of friends already own it. It's very positive. It's similar to Dead Space. About the game, relive Half-Life. All right, okay. I've never played Half-Life. Black Mesa fan made reimagined Valve of Half-Life. Oh, okay. One, it's got an update. Single player campaign. You're Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist at Black Mesa research facility. When a routine experiment goes horribly wrong, you must fight your way through an interdimensional alien invasion. Okay, let's have a look at the trailer. Why can't you hear that? Why is nothing coming through for you guys? That's so weird. Oh, I know why. There we go.
Probably wait a while. Let things die down a bit.
The alien species can't possibly all be hostile, can they?
Yes.
Bet on it. Do you have any idea that we're working on this kind of stuff? You don't still think this is a drill?
Not too sure about the voice acting, no way.
You must get to the Lambda Lab before it's too late.
I wonder, is the second video some gameplay? It's a fan-made game, which is pretty cool for a fan-made game, right? Oh, shit. What the fuck are those things? That's pretty cool. Okay, so you got some gameplay there as well, which is pretty cool. I mean, definitely a massive, massive world, I guess, or a massive kind of open... Is that an open world? Or...
It's time to choose.
That looks pretty cool, actually. Black Mesa. Never heard of it, but I mean, that's the whole point of this project, is to get game recommendations that I never heard of before. So that is going on the wish list. All right, next, let's go to Metro 2033. 1999, it says here, right? Metro 2033. In 2013, the world was devastated by an apocalyptic event and annihilating almost all mankind and turning the Earth's surface into a poisonous wasteland. A handful of survivors took refuge in the depths of the Moscow underground, and human civilization entered a new dark age. The year is 2023. Only one friend owns this at the minute. Similar to DayZ Fallout, and it is a single player game with some achievements. And yeah, it looks, I don't know, let's have a look at the trailer.
Rated M for mature.
Here we go. Feel free to comment on the games, by the way, folks. Like, tell me what you think, if you played it, or if it's shit, or if it's good, or... Not bad. Not sure it's... I'm not fully sure of it, like... I mean...
Rated M for mature.
Oh, okay, there's going to be a second trailer. It's going straight on to the second one. That's a this is a 5-minute trailer. I'm not sure I'm going to give it a full 5 minutes, though.
Metro 2033 and its
Well, maybe I will.
Metro Last Light have earned their reputation as two of the most immersive first-person shooters of modern times.
Okay.
Based on the novels by Dmitry Glukovsky, they took players on an epic journey that followed Artyom's quest for redemption in a vividly realized post-apocalyptic Moscow. This bleak and uniquely Russian vision of the apocalypse is shot through with gritty post-Soviet realism and Eastern mysticism and mythology. Although they were also released on the last generation of console hardware, the only way to fully appreciate the achievements of developer AIgames has been on a high-spec gaming PC, until now. Welcome to Metro Redux, an ambitious remaster of both Metro games.
Right, that's enough for that one. I'm not sure about that one just yet. Okay, so we got one game. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to watch the trailer for Alan Awake. I don't think I've actually ever watched the trailer for it, so... Let's have a look. Welcome along to the stream if you're just joining me. My name is
Alan
Fletch,
Wake.
and
I'm a writer.
is it Alan Wake or Alan Awake?
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Bright Balls.
I told myself I could rest here.
We're
Sleep here.
we're not playing any
Forget
games.
about my work.
We're reviewing games that were suggested by AI on a tool or an agent that I built that directly I can paste into GitHub and publish a web page on. Not really sure about that, to be honest. All right, Call of Yuzura, is it? Maybe Gunslinger? All right, what type of game is this before we get into it? It's a first-person shooter Western narration. Arcade shooting game, short and sweet. All right, okay, so from the dust of gold mine into the dirt of a saloon. Call of, I don't know how to say this, yours? Gunslinger is a real homage to the Wild West. All right, we'll give it a look.
Legends. I've buried a few.
I'm definitely getting copyright strikes on this stream. I'll have to have a look at it after. Mute all the sound segments.
Quench your thirst for a good old western.
I like that, short and sweet. All right, Bright Memory. This is a cinematic first-person shooter melee, short, is it a flashy and tech showcase? All right, let's have a look. So Bright Memory is a lightning fast fusion of the first-person shooter and action genres created by one-man development studio FYQD using Unreal Engine, combine a wide variety of skills and abilities to unleash a dazzling attack combos. All right.
Shelia, have you found anything?
Female
Just a special ID
protagonist.
card. Nothing else that I can see.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
I advise you to stay out of this matter. Wake was as stubborn as you are.
All these soldiers' remains. What happened here?
Stay alert. There's treasure under the stone tablet. Do whatever it takes to find it.
An ambush.
Very arcade style, yeah. Bright Memory. I don't think it's for me. It looks pretty cool, but I don't think it's my type of game, if I'm honest. There you have it, though. You can find that on my Fletch.github site. So if you go there, you can have a look. Dusk. Here's another one. Retro first-person shooter, bomber shooter, skillful, and speedrun friendly. Ooh. So Dusk, battle through an onslaught of mystical Blackwater cultists, possessed militants, and even darker forces as you attempt to discover just what lurks beneath the earth in this retro first-person shooter inspired by the 90s legends. Okay, it's single-player online PvP. Ooh, that could be interesting. I wonder is there a way to see how many players this has right now? Dusk, let's have a look. Dusk, Steam player count. Oh. It's got 44 players. 2485 all time 900. All right, well, let's have a look. That's a no. That's just a no for me. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go back. Sorry, I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to go ignored, just so I don't get recommended it again. Okay, The Evil Within, last one. Here we go. Yes, that's exactly when I was born. Developed by, I can't say that, creator of the seminal Resident Evil series. Oh, okay, whoa, chill out there. And the talented team at Tango Gameworks. The Evil Within embodies the meaning of pure survival horror, highly crafted environments, horrifying anxiety. Oh, great. And the intricate story are combined. Great. So it's a single player. It's got achievements. Some pals already own it, which is good. It's only a tenner at the minute. Or is that? No, that's a season pass. Okay, so it's got season passes on it. Okay, let's have a look.
With formidable enemies, elaborately designed environments, and heart-pounding tension, The Evil Within is an unforgettable experience where every encounter can end your life in the blink of an eye.
This looks like it was, it's getting added to my wish list.
As a Crimson City police detective, Sebastian has seen more than his share of horrors, but nothing could prepare him for this surreal nightmare world that exists in shifting planes of distorted reality. Exploration has its rewards. Extra ammunition and green gel are sometimes stashed in dwellings just out of sight. In the midst of the unremitting terrors, Ruvik, the sadistic and enigmatic figure, stalks Sebastian ruthlessly. His motives are unknown, and his violent rage is beyond anything human.
Why would you keep running towards him?
I know who you are.
There is a multitude of enemies waiting for their chance to murder you.
Jesus.
When you're overpowered and outmanned, your only chance of survival is to use stealth.
Nice.
Throughout the game, you'll find items that can be used to help you remain undetected. Use them either as distractions or improvised weapons.
I like that.
But even with the most powerful weapons and sound tactics, there are battles that are unwinnable.
What doesn't kill you won't make you stronger.
The mystery hides beyond hordes of enemies and a series of life and death obstacles. Deadly puzzles are spread throughout the world. In order to progress, you'll need to discover how to bypass them.
Oh my god.
The environment is as deadly as the enemies. You'll need all your cunning to avoid the dangers that lay around every corner.
Hi, Esther. Thanks for dropping in. How you doing?
Stalked by demons and haunted by death, the deeper you spiral into the mystery, the harder your journey will become. In The Evil Within, death is the only easy escape, and survival will take everything you've got.
I'm adding this immediately to my wish list. That looks class. That looks amazing. What? Why has he got his hat? Oh shit! Okay, that looks amazing. That's immediately getting added to. So Esther, just to let you know, we're just reviewing some games. I've literally just reviewed the last game there today. I'm not ending the stream or anything, but this stream is all about like how I built this site, right, and how I want to move away from this to something more like this, because this site right now is built by GitHub. I have to copy in every Sunday a JSON file into GitHub, which publishes then all of these lovely little cards, which I click on, and it takes me to the page where it's supposed to be the cheapest deal. But for instance, this one says $19.99. But if I check, is there any deal.com for this game, for example, is there any deal? And we go there. We search for it there. You can actually see it. Oh, actually, do you know what? It looks like it is. That's the right price. Oh, no, wait, hold on. It looks like I can get it over here for 15. All-time low. So that's on Games Planet. So the AI is meant to suggest the cheapest games that I might like or my community might like based on what you've engaged with and what I've liked and how many hours I've put in and all a load of different analysis. However, over the last few weeks, it's been getting worse. So I want to move away from the AI agent generation to like an RSS feed. Now, if we look at general RSS feeds, look like kind of like this on the left hand side, where it's just I'll just open it up a little bit bigger so you can see it. So yeah, you can see it doesn't look phenomenal, right? But I want something a bit better. You can have different apps to do this, right? But I want to build my own. So I want to move to something like this, where I upload an RSS URL and it gives me a load of games. Problem I'm having right now, right? So I can close my own site. I can close GitHub because we don't need it anymore. And I want this I want this to be fed into my site. So let's get Gemini open, right? And this is how I do it, right? So how I've done it, GEM Gemini, right? So we'll open this up. We'll pop it. Maybe we'll pop it. Where will we put it? I think we'll put it over here. And then we'll bring the site here. So you can see what I'm doing, right? So I think this was the original code, and then this is the actual code right now here. So if I look here, these are the two scripts that I have going. And this is the prompt lab that I use to generate the site. And then this is something else that I'm working on. So let's get to, is it this one? It's not this one. Okay, so then it's the other chat, because I've got two chats on the go, and I want to make sure I'm using the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay, so you can see there. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to upload my site right now from Drive to this. And I'm going to just tell it this is where I am in the project. Okay, so let's upload it and say, just give it some context to say this is where I am in the project. So these are the three things. So do you know what? I'm gonna, because I don't want that to keep coming up on Drive. Let's just get to my Drive, and my Drive. Can I just check recent? Let's just delete those because I don't want them coming up. Forgot there was some stuff in here that I don't necessarily want appearing. Okay, let's delete that. That's fine. All right. So I've given the AI some context, and I've said this is context for where oh, can I talk to this? No. This is a bit shit that I can't talk, isn't it? This for where I am in the project of the deals hub. Attached files from drive. I'll give it a quick look of what the site looks like. So let's go to the main page. We'll grab the snipping tool and we'll take a wee snip of this. This is the example of the main page. So give it that. Image 1 is the main landing page. As an example is an example. Image 2 is where users enter an RSS URL which is stored on the Google Sheet. Attached, and that's called a game RSS database. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Ask me what's next when you think you're ready to move on. Okay. I'm gonna re-provide it with the front and back end scripts as well. So I'm gonna just go and open a notepad. And I'm gonna open a brand new window. Close that. Yeah. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna save that. Save. Save that. Save. I don't know what some of these are because I've got so many of them on the go. Save. Some of them are racing games, some of them are not. Some of them are they're just different things that I'm working on. Cinematic. No, don't save that. We don't need that. Which one's this? It's fine. Okay, so only one notepad open. I'm gonna actually, as I said, this is the front end, so I'm gonna grab the code AC. Okay, front end code for deal site. Save as front end code for game deals hub. And then I'm gonna open a new one. Open a new window, and then we're going to save the back end code. Close that and get the back end script. Okay, so back end, save as back end BACKEND code for games. What was it called? Games deal hub. DEAL's hub. Can't remember what I call my own project sometimes. Okay, I think we're good there. And I'm just going to upload those documents. And where is it? Where did they save? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I've attached the front and back. I've reattached the front and back and codes for extra context. Right, so while Gemini's working on that, what do we want to get out of this? What do I want to get out of this? Basically, what I want to get out of this project or this this site that I'm building is I would like to share this with you guys as a project and publish it to my Discord, and then you guys feed into it. You know, we get better and better, and I'll show you some of the other stuff that I've been working on. B, I want to learn how to code anyway, and C, I want it to work. I want it to actually give me good suggestions, right? So right now, if I click on, for instance, this one here, the Leviathan's Fantasy free Steam game, that's going to take me to a page where it brings me away from Steam and goes to an external site. I don't want to do that, right? I want it to just give me the game, the price of the game if it's available, when the game was added, where the game is added, as in where I can get it from, how much it is, and then what the discount is, or you know, I can search if it's there. But right now, a lot of these games that are getting suggested are taking me to, I don't want to call them black market sites, right? They're just because they're coming from an RSS feed, so like I'm not sure of these sites. So I'm not very happy with the way it's set up right now, because it, you know, you could click here and it could take you to a bloody site that you could get hacked on. So I'm not you know, that's not what I want. So let's go back here. Now that we've given it more context, let's see what it suggested first. This is fantastic. Based on the context and the files you've uploaded, let's just move this over here so you can see what I'm reading. And I'll just make that a bit smaller. There we go. Okay, based on the files, CSV data deal, it sounds like you've successfully implemented the front end UI. Yes, we have. With the new safety features, yep. Better link extraction, yep, we've done that. We've cleaned it up. We've updated the backend logic to handle Steam wishlist RSS conversion. Have we? Have we? So if I, how does that? I'm going to have to ask it about that. Run the script and verified that the feed is being stored in the Google Sheet. If your sheets are now populating with deals, including your wish list items, the core engine of the game is functional. Well, it's not, because I don't know how to get the wish list. Oh, look, this was the last one, because this is last week, right? So this was my wish list here. But I don't see it in the Google Sheet. Is it possible? Also, that's an excellent question. Standard. Okay, so I had to change it to like this. Okay, so if I grab that and then I go back to the site. Okay, we'll go here. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I go submit URSS. Boom, boom. URL submitted successfully. It will be processed on the next scheduled run. Right? So what I need to do is figure out what I press in here. Process request, submit RSSs. All right. How do I update how do I actually, because I don't want it to wait 4 hours. Right now, there's a trigger set here. Ugh. Right now, there's a trigger set here for 4 hours, right? And the reason I'm taking my headphones off is because I've just switched off again, and I'm just getting tired of my headphones switching off on me. I don't know what's happening with them lately. In here, I've got a trigger that sets, look, it's got a 60% error rate. What's happening here with this? I I don't know why this is not working properly. I'm building these things that I don't really have full understanding of. And I'm not very happy about it, to be honest. How do I... Right, so I need to ask Gemini, one, how do I update the sheet now? Okay, so updated that, I'm updating the script, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fantastic. Based on your current files, you've successfully done this, implemented that, uploaded the backend logic Steam wish list. If your sheets are now populating, advanced genre and pricing, detection. Okay, I see you're providing the most up-to-date code for the canvas. Thank you. That helps me make sure I've implemented the features as discussed. The next critical steps are improving the data quality, smarter price parsing, backend script. I'm updating the script function use to helper functions. Next step, update your canvas. Please replace the existing code in your backend script. Activate automation. Once the code is updated, manually run the function create time-driven trigger one time from the app script editor. This updates the schedule and you will no longer need to run, fetch, and store deals manually. After this, data extraction for prices, discounts should match cleaner. Are you ready to tackle genre detection, or would you like me to review the improved? Well, let's see what this does first. So we go back in here, and the code.js is always the back end, right? So I've saved that. What did it say to actually run again? It said to run a create time-driven trigger. So back in here, that one, and then run. Okay, that's completed. What happens now? Do I republish or redeploy? You can see that I've had many different versions of this. I'm just going to call this 3.1. We copy that, and then we go back in here, go to the editor, delete that, add embed, do that. Hopefully this works. It doesn't look like it's worked. Script function do get not found. Okay, that's fine. We'll just grab that and pop that into Gemini. Error. And that's how I start debugging, because like I don't know how to debug these. Ah. I've tried building specific gems to handle this and updating the gem, but it doesn't give you a preview window to actually edit the code. Right, so see, so it says it's added it. Do we believe it? I don't know. It looks like it's different. I know it's different because there's a little circle up here. If that circle wasn't there, then it wouldn't be different. That's how I kind of have guessed that it's actually updated the code. So we're on 3.2 already. Second deployment. And we're 5 minutes into actually debugging. Right, so we've got the code, we've got this, we're in here. That's the preview window. We delete that, we go to embed, we add the new URL. Oh, we got a different error message now. It says exception, no HTML file named front-end code for the game's deal hub was found. Well, that's because it's not called front-end file. It's just called index.html. So it looks like I'm going to have to tell it, for some reason, it thinks that the name is called front end file when it's not. It's just called index.html. So, and I don't know how many variations of that it thinks there is. Error. But the file is named index.html. And let's see what it thinks of that. Anyway, if you're around later today, I'll probably be streaming a game called Quantum Break. Pretty cool game. It's very cinematic, and it's from, I think it's from 2016. It was a gift from Mon Evan Star, and it's actually a pretty cool game. So still getting through it. It's pretty. It's like live, die, repeat. But it's got lots of different kind of skills and stuff like that. So it's just really cool, and it's got like full motion video and it's got cutscenes and it's very, very cool. And then later tonight I'm playing co-op because it's Sunday. I'll be playing a co-op game as well around 9 o'clock. Okay, so you found the problem. Blah 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 blah. HTML named you provided must match exactly HTML. Since your front end file named HTML or should be, and I was referencing this script, I've updated to do get to match this. Updated code. Replace your current backend code with the code block above this code block here. Verify front end file name. Make sure your front end file is named front end. No. Just change the name. Name in your code to match my setup. I'm not changing my code to, no, you're supposed to do it, AI. I'm not doing it. Look, this is the second time I've told it to change the name, right? So that's completely fair, it's saying. Here's the updated file. Next step, please save the updated GS. Right, so has it actually done it? Let's check. So go back. You always want to check because AI lies a lot. And then we can search for index, INDEX dot. It doesn't look like it's here, look. Look, it's still not changed it. Hey, HTML service. All right. Well, look, I'm gonna save this, right, and see what error message we get this time, because AI is sometimes a piece of shit. All right, there we go, and we go back. Delete that. Pop it in there, and let's see what fun error message we're going to get now. No HTML file named front end code. I mean, it's not called front end code. It's just called what the code? What I don't understand what's happening here. Like, why is it doing that? Like, it's not called that. Look, HTML service from template file corrected. Users specified file name for HTML template do get HTML service template from. It's not called this. It's not called that. It's just called index. index.html. That's all it is. It's just that's all it's called. Like, how does AI get that wrong when you tell it explicitly twice to not call it something and it calls it the same thing fucking twice? I don't understand that. Right, back. Close you, delete you, get you, and pop you in there. Hey, you see? That was the name. Okay, we have an error message. We've got a different error message now. Failed to load. Please check the script logs permission for error backend. Cannot read properties null get sheet by name. Get sheet by name. So get sheet by name. RSS name. Is that the name? No, it's not. Deals sheet name. So what does it say exactly? Get sheet by name. Get sheet by name. Get sheet by name. Get sheet. Get the sheet. Okay, we've got deals sheet name, RSS sheet name. So this needs to be deals output. So we need to replace that. I don't know why. When I give it the actual file, I gave it the actual file. I don't understand. I need to put that there. And then I need to put that there. Delete that R. And then the deals sheet name, this one, is just deals. It's just deals with a capital D. Output, output, and then this is wrong. So we need to delete that. And then just say DEALS. And then do the same here, I'm guessing. Like that. And then is there any others? 1, 2, 3. Deals sheet name is not called that. Deals sheet name is called this deals output. So now we need to go like that again. Pop that there. And take out the double D. And then RSS sheet name is just called deals. Let's see if I can bug this without getting RSS sheet name is deals. And then this was deals output, wasn't it? DE underscore output. Was it capital or UT? Yep. Yep. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so deals output. Deals. Oh, I'm missing a parenthesis there. That looks not too bad. Let's see if that works. So we're on the 5th deployment already. Copy. Let's delete that. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up. Oh, no, we did. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. Pop that there. We changed the thing ourselves. Ugh. Got a new error. Failed to load. Get sheet by name. Cannot read properties of null reading get sheet by name. I'm so confused by that because sheet by name is deals output, deals output. Got a new error. I got new error. We got new error. However, here is the back end code. I'm just going to copy it, the raw text. Back end raw code. I'm going to put raw code for context. Let's see what it thinks of that. Excellent catch. Oh, I pressed it paste. I pressed it? I pressed paste before actually. Okay, so let's... Is that the right code? Yeah. Yeah. I pressed paste before I actually got in there to do anything. Funny how you guys can't see. I'll have to put the file over here. I'm just looking on mobile to see if you can see why you can't see anything. Okay. This error means we're dealing with two critical issues on your backend script. The main issue is still get active spreadsheet failure when a script runs as a web app, which it is when the user loads the HTML spreadsheet app.getActiveSpreadsheet returns null because it can't find the context of the containing sheet. The fix is explicitly opening the sheet using its ID. Secondary issue, new undefined variables in your latest code. You are calling sheet names as if they were variables, deals output deals, but they are not defined constants. Deals sheet name. Oh, okay, and I've corrected both these issues. You must replace the placeholder ID for the Google Sheet. Paste that ID there. Here is the corrected code file. You already have the spreadsheet. I don't understand this. I gave it the file. Here's the fucking ID here. Look, I gave it this file earlier. So why can't it do it? Here's the sheet ID. Please update the file. Right. 2 weeks. I think 3 weeks now I'm working on this one piece of shit file. And I can't get it to work for some reason. I updated the script permanently embedding the sheet ID. Well, why is this? Why does it still say update your ID here? I'm confused by AI. That's an excellent question. I apologize for the confusion when I updated the value. But it's still there. Alright, whatever. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Get it. Get it. Save. Let's deploy. Let's deploy a new non-working thing. Version 50. It's probably actually more than version 50 at this stage. Copy, copy. Delete that. What's the error now? In line 38. It's changed it again, look. Why does it keep changing it? When I've explicitly told it. Index.html. In hell, man. So I've uploaded the file and I've gave it the raw code with index.html and it still changed it back to the actual file name that I uploaded. So should I have just uploaded a file name called index.html for the front code? Probably. Mistakes have been made. No deals found. Okay. That's good, I guess. But there are deals because, well, we know there's deals because, oh, look, it's added 2 new sheets. So let me... Oh, that was wrong. Why is it doing that? That one. Let me add... let's go and publish this. Publish. Go to the site. Submit a new RSS. And let's grab this one from Humble. Pop it in there. Because I'm going to have to trigger it. Okay, how do I... Okay. How do... update the RSS feed? There are currently, currently, currently no new deals found, but I've entered a new RSS URL. Let's just make sure it's picked it up. So it's not picked it up here. Yeah. What is the name of the blog? Humblebundle.com. So it's got this one here and this one here, but it's got no data here and it's got some data there. So it hasn't actually... It hasn't actually updated the feed. GOG grab 3 games. Added automatically, added automatically. I'm going to just take a screenshot plus. And I'm going to tell it there are 4 tabs now for some reason. Why are there 4 tabs? I'm going to ask it why is there 4 tabs. Oh. I'm going to give it the list. I'm going to give it this. However, it didn't ingest to the Google Sheet. And I see there are 2 new sheets now, which makes a total of 4 TOTL of 4. 1 deals equals URLs of RSS's storage meant to be MEANT to be storage STORE stored URLs of RSS's 2 is going to be RSS feeds. Equals something new you've added. 3. What's the third one called? It's called deals DE deals data equals again something you've added, and 4 deals output. Output equals existing existing parsed PAR deals from 1 which don't seem to be updating. Welcome along to the stream. If you're just joining me, my name is Fletch. Currently just trying to build or fix site that I'm building, or a page for like the latest deals, game deals, submitted like via RSSs from like my wish list or friends' wish lists or a Steam, like, or Humble Bundle, or is there any deal, etc., etc., etc. I know I could do this any other way, but I'm trying to learn how to code and do things myself, and I'm trying to see what capabilities I can get AI to do for me. It looks like the initial script setup logic ran multiple times, creating new sheets because it couldn't find the old ones due to spreadsheet ID initially being missing, leading to sheet name confusion. However, how to manually run RSS update? The best way to manually run the RSS, go to your script. In the function drop-down menu at the top, select the function named Fetch and Store Deals. Click the Run button, review the permissions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we'll do that. So in here, what was it called? Fetch and Store. Fetch and Store, this one here, right? So I'm just going to take this off the screen for a minute to run, because it's going to execute my email address and stuff. Or did it? I don't know. Maybe it just worked. Oh, it worked. Interesting. There, it's there, look. So There you go. It looks like it's worked. 10 new deals added to the sheet. All right. Now we can go back over here and press refresh. Hey, look at that. 10 new deals. Fantastic. All right, so we go over here. So I think I'm going to hide these 2 pages and then... Oh, error exception DNS. What does that mean? GOG XML. That doesn't look good, does it? So here's the 10 new deals. Genre, we've got no genres from them. We got grab free games, free, and then Steam. So let's have a look and figure out what's here. So grab free games, we got sources, grab free games. Now I want to figure out if my wish list, right? So apparently I can turn my wish list into an RSS feed. So if I grab this and I go submit new RSS, do that, and then RSS updated successfully. I go back here and I'm going to fetch and store again. Execution feed, no new deals found, error processing, right? So go back in here, RSS. It didn't store my wish list for some reason. But if I go back to all deals, okay, so interesting. If I go down here, I'm just going to bring this over a bit so you guys can see a little bit more. I entered my wish list, RSS. However, then I manually ran. What did I manually run? Manually ran the thing it told me to fetch and store deals. And just put that in brackets like this. Got this message. Got this output. Is there an issue? Right, while that's doing that, let's go over here. Gravity Circuit. It's taking me off Steam. Look. Zomberg. Okay, that's on Steam. That's good. Right. $4.99. That's good. It's cool. It says free, but it's not free. It's $4.99. Firestone takes me off Steam. Snake Eyes Dungeon. $4.99. It says free on the site for some reason. Eastern takes me off Steam. The Deed. It's only 99p. It's as good as free. I don't necessarily think this is a good RSS feed right now. So it wouldn't be what I would consider games that I would play. Right, so a lot of these take me off of Steam right now. And they're not really games that I would play, I would imagine, right? What does it say here? That's an excellent breakdown of the execution log. You've successfully debugged 2 issues with a single run. It's clear that your Steam wishlist was not included in this specific run. Only the 2 default feeds were processed. Here is a breakdown of what happened and how to fix it. Why your wishlist wasn't fetched. When you ran fetch deals, it uses URLs it finds in the feeds sheet. Your execution log only shows these 2 URLs being checked. This means that your newly entered RSS is not yet in the RSS feed sheet. Acquired action. Submit your RSS feed to get your URL. You must use the front end. Well, I've done that. Yeah. Done that, yep. Done that. Submit, done that, yep. Once you submitted the app, the submit RSS function run will add it to your sheet. Okay, so if we go back here, this one here, and then go here, and then press play. Okay, so it got this. Fixing the GOG error. You will also find this, DNS, blah, 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 blah. I got an error. I'm just going to go, I got this MES message when using the FUNCTION. What was it called? SUB. Oh, I'm going to SUB MIT RSS. Cannot read properties of undefined. Reading the RSS URL submitted code 201. That's an important error message, and it tells us exactly what the problem is. The error is this. This error means that when you ran the RSS function directly from the app scripts editor, the script didn't receive the required request object, which should contain the RSS URL. The submit RSS function is designed to be called indirectly via the app's web apps do post function using Google script run from the client side HTML, which ensures the data is packed correctly when you run it directly from the editor. It receives the empty incomplete object. Solution: you must use the deployed web application to submit. I did. Open the web app. I did, yeah. Yeah, submit. Yeah, I done that. I done that. Click the submit button. I done that. This will run the client side. I done all of this. Yeah, step by step. Once you successfully do that, I done that. I done that and it didn't work. Fetch and store. Steam community. Right, how did it tell me to fix the GOG thing? Let's check that. DNS usually means this, the GOG. RSS feed appears to be slightly different. I'm updating the code.js save to fix the GOG error. Submit your wishlist URL using the deployed app. Okay, so let's grab this again. Open up this. Oh, actually, we'll leave that there. I'll just make it a bit bigger. AV, and then we have to go to line 38 because it kept changing it. This one right here. And oh, we have to change this to index.html. Right, and save. And deploy. Ah, no, cancel. Manage. And new version 8. Something like 78, not just 8. Copy. Go back here. We're going to editor. We're going to close this page because we don't need it. We're going to bin that. We'll make sure it loads. Yep. Insert. Publish. And publish. And view. Okay. So fetch and store deals. We'll make sure that GOG is working now. Okay, we still got an error with GOG. So when you ran this, okay, so I've done this. So I've done, okay, fixing the GOG error, done. So I'm going to say I've done all of this. COMPLET all these actions. For GOG. Then and however, GOG still not being nor my wish list. Okay, so let's see what it says. Welcome along to the stream. We're trying to build an RSS feed website. I don't know why, but we are. It sounds like incredibly frustrating. It is, yes. That those URLs still aren't being picked up after the steps we're taking. We're running into a classic error where the script knows the right thing to do, but the spreadsheet, the source of the truth, hasn't been updated correctly. The core function fetch and store deals only reads the URLs listed in the feeds. Yes, I know that. If your log still only mentions the original two, the working one and the old one, failing GOG one, it means the two new URLs were never successfully written to that sheet. Let's go directly to the source of data to fix this. Okay, let's do that. Action, clean up the RSS feeds. The issue is likely that the old failing GOG URL is still present in your Steam wishlist. What? And was never successfully loaded into the spree. Identify the correct sheet, open your Google Sheet tab name, RSS feeds, delete the bad GOG URL. Okay, let's pop that here and let's do this. Let's just delete that. Right? Let's delete that. Excuse me. Delete the entire row. I've done that. Yep, we've done that. Check for the Steam wishlist URL. Check if your Steam wishlist URL is present. It should look like this. It doesn't. If it is present, great. It is not. If it is not, this confirms the web app submission failed. Okay, so let's go back here. Go to submit. Grab my... No. This one here, yeah. Yep, that one there. And then press add. Go back here, do this, and then submit, and then press play. You all right? Okay, so it's not present. So basically, what I have to do then, you can simply manually type or paste it into the blank row under URL. Okay, well, let's do that. Look, it's there. It's submitted. It is there. It's definitely there. It just says this. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot, do that, and then I'm going to take a picture of this. And we're going to just pop it up here. We're going to copy that. My wish list URL EXIST exists. However, it just says submitted. see image for context. Right? Paste in the image. And then I'm going to tell it as well that when I ran submit RSS, I ran manually, BMIT RSS, submit RSS, and this was the output, the raw output, Okay, let's see what it says to that. Oh, more errors. Ooh. You've highlighted two separate but important pieces of information. The error log, the raw output, confirms you're still running into a submission error manually from the app script function editor. This function must be run by the web app's do post handler to receive the required data. This is expected behavior when running it directly and can be ignored now that the URL is in the spreadsheet. This sheet status. Your wish list is correctly listed as RSS feed, but the submitted and the last updated column as a timestamp from when you submitted. Okay. Submitted means the URL was written to the sheet, but the main fetch and store deals function has not tried to process it. Since you mentioned GOG is also not being recognized, we need to look at your RSS feed sheet again. The canvas code you provided contains the fix for GOG URL action plan. Final code check, manual run. Next. And hopefully final step is to ensure your RSS feeds has the correct 3 URLs in the manually trigger. Right, so is it this? Based on, so I'm going to submit this as well. Okay, so custom submitted, great, great, great. Okay, fetch and store deals. So we have to go here and go to fetch and store deals and then run. Oh. Looks like we've got an error. Because basically what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to delete the RSSs and just use my own RSS and then friends and stuff like that. However, the execution log reveals both Steam and are failing due to XML parsing issues. This is a very common problem when using the URL fetch app XML service app script. Some feeds include malformed characters and extra scripts that break the parser. Here is a breakdown. Fix content cleanup. Exception error line 1. This error and issue almost always happen when the RSS feed contain an unescaped ampersand in the title, okay, description. Okay. Since your Steam wishlist is being received correctly, we need to add a small string replacement step to the code to clean up the XML parser attempts to read it. I'm updating the code. Okay. Oh, I'm updating the code. It says, I don't know if you can read that. I'm just going to bring it into the middle a little bit more so you can read it. in case I don't know how small it is or big on the screen if anyone else is reading this, but yeah. It says this is a different. So for GOG, it says line 25, attribute name defer. This is different but related to the XML parsing. The GOG feed URL you're using appears to occasionally include HTML snippets that are intended for web browser but are not valid XML. It's missing an equal sign, or the parser is misinterpreting the closing tag. Since the GOG feed is Atom, it's particularly sensitive to this. We will need a broader content cleanup to the GOG XML as well, focusing on removing any remaining script tags which are definitely not needed for deals data. I've implemented the necessary XML cleaning steps inside the fetch and store deals function to deal with these specific Steam GOG parsing errors. Here's the updated code. Place it into the thing, press save, and run the fetch and stores deal, and then you're good to go, basically. Right, so do this, do this, do this. Pop back over here, get in here, do this, do this, do this. Oh, we press save first. Got fetch and store deals there. We do this. And then it looks like, oh, look at that. It looks like mine worked, which is great. But then GOG still didn't work for some reason. So if I go back here and then refresh this. Okay, that's interesting. So even if I go to Steam and then I look at my wish list, go to options and then go to discounted, there are deals here. Right, so I'm gonna go back to the AI and I'm gonna tell it that I'm gonna give it this, right? Looks like GOG is still an issue, but my wish list worked, but no deals found, which is incorrect. See the raw text for the fetch deals run. Run. And here is my wish list. Here is an image of my wish list, and you can see there are discounts. Okay, so I'm going to take a wee screenshot of this. Right, and we can see that there's definitely deals there, right? 80% off on Wolfstein, by the way, so I might pick that up anyway. So I'll give it that. I'm quite happy that it's working now. I'm not so happy that, you know, it's like it's not picking up my actual deals for some reason. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. I'm going to finish up now shortly anyway. It's 2 hours, so. Right, let's see what the AI said this time. This is very helpful. Your execution log gives us 2 clear remaining problems to fix. We're extremely close. I've heard this so many times. Here's the plan to address the GOG. GOG atom feed fix. Unclosed link tag. New error. Blah, 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 blah. The classic issue for the link. Steam wishlist fix. Item counting and missing GUIDs. What is a GUID when it's at home? Anyone know? This indicates the code is reading the file, but it's not finding the expected item elements. Looking at the logic for non-standard Steam XML needs slightly different children extractions. Jesus. Who came up with this language? I've updated the logic for the Steam wishlist feed to ensure the parser extraction. I've updated the logic for Steam wishlist. 0 items found. I'm providing the pool. Please replace the content of your current entirely. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. Well, that doesn't look good, does it? Z. A, C. A. B. Save. Syntax error. Appears there. I'm going to say it appears there's a syntax error. I'm gonna just paste this in again because it looks like there is an issue. Oh, it's still going actually, but it's not. It looks like it's froze. I'm just going to copy this because I don't want to have to type out all again. Refresh. Do that. Copy and paste. Hey, bud. Hi. Hi, man. My dog telling me to get off the computer now. Nearly time to go. Okay, well, that's over 2 hours, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was enjoyable. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're around later, I'll be streaming a Quantum Break, and then if you're around later this evening, it'll be a co-op. So enjoy the rest of your day, and take it easy if I don't see you. Goodbye.